Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to this special edition of Pointless Celebrities, the game where the aim is to find obscure answers and ignore the obvious ones. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
After you.
I'm Don Warrington. I'm an actor.
I'm Ray Burdis. I'm a writer, director, and sometimes an actor when I'm not signing on.
And couple number two.
Hi, I'm Robert Llewellyn. I'm occasionally a fairly rubbish actor and occasionally a TV presenter, and I write books and stuff.
And I'm Dom Joly, and I'm an alcoholic.
And couple number three.
I'm Rhona Cameron, and I'm a comedian and author, writer.
I'm Richard Herring. I'm a stand-up comedian.
And finally, couple number four.
I'm John Bird. Seems to be retired. It's not my idea.
I'm Tim Brooke-Taylor, and I'm a comedy writer, actor-ish.
Thank you very much, and these are today's Pointless Celebrities. Thanks, all of you. We'll get to know more about you throughout the show as it goes along, so that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He once got into a staring match with a cat that lasted for 7 months. He won, and he has never let Tiddles forget it. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Hiya. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you.
Are you well?
Yeah, I am, thank you.
Excellent. I think this is going to be fun.
I think it's definitely going to be fun.
But quite often when you have lots of comedy people on, you get some people who are very, very, very up for it. There's a couple of people I line up who really want this. They can taste it. I'll tell you two of them. Dom Joly wants it. Richard Herring
Wants
it. Yeah, both of them do. In a way, if you put them on the same team, it would just be, it'd be like heart to heart. It would be crazy. My son will be very excited because Dom Joly's got Crichton on his team. Crichton from Red Dwarf, Robert Llewellyn, and my son will be over the moon about that. He really will. But first round today, we're going to ease you in. Everybody here remembers the 1980s, right? Good. First round, that's where we're headed.
OK, good. Sounds fun. Thanks very much indeed. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. Our contestants here need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. Of course, everyone's trying to find a pointless answer, that being an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Now, as today's show is a celebrity special, and each one of our celebrities is playing for a nominated charity, we start off with a jackpot of £2,500. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, now remember, the pair with the highest score at the end of this round will be eliminated, and you are not to confer throughout the round itself. OK, our first category today is 1980s pop.
Oh, yeah.
There we are, 1980s pop. John, all your prayers have been answered. Can you all decide in your pairs who is going to play first, who's going to play second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many solo artists who had a UK #1 in the 1980s as they could. Solo artists who had a UK #1 in the 1980s. Richard.
Yeah, simply looking for any solo artists who had a UK #1 single in the UK charts in the 1980s, please. Not duos, anything like that. Has to be credited to one individual performer, please. Like the name of any of those people. There's loads of names there, loads of pointless ones too, so very best of luck to everyone.
Thanks very much. Now, Don and Ray, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. Ray, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Of course, you and Don worked together on Man Watch with Nigel. Oh, no, Man Child, not Man Watch. What am I talking about? Man Watch? Yeah, that's another show.
That's a bit dodgy, that.
You worked together on Man Child with Nigel Havers. 3 Up, 2 Down, of course.
Oh, yeah, long time ago.
But since then, I mean, you've produced lots of things. You've co-written films with Jude Law and Ray Winston. You've produced all sorts of music videos. You've directed things. So, yeah, which did you prefer? Have you preferred being behind the camera or in front of it?
I don't know, you know, like, as an actor, work is quite hard to come by, so I thought I'd better sort of add another string to my bow and stay in the industry and start writing and directing film.
And become a writer, producer, director.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
just
it's
why
done.
not?
We've done all right.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, how was the 80s for you, Ray?
It should be really, really good, because I sort of was into making pop promos around that period, but I guarantee that I mucked this one up. I guarantee it.
Who are you going to go for?
I'll go with Chris Rea.
Chris Rea says Ray. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Chris Rea. Oh, Ray. Oh, I'm sorry. An incorrect answer scores the maximum of 100 points.
Sorry, Ray, really tough on that first podium. Road to Hell was his biggest hit. It was only number 10. That one didn't get close to number 1.
Thank you, Richard.
Pleasure.
Now, Dom, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to have you here. Known for Trigger Happy TV, obviously, but more particularly Splash recently, Dom.
Yes, thank you. It was a real high point.
How did you do in it?
Very, very badly. Well, I lived, and, you know, I can still walk, so it was OK. What really annoyed me is, like, they can't show the terror that you feel when you're on the 10-metre board, which I have to say I did do, just to show off. I fell off the 10-metre board, but it is insane. Everything in your body and your mind is saying, leave now, push Vernon Kay off, run away, and it was terrible. So I'd rather not go back there, if that's all right. I'm getting quite bad flashbacks.
OK. Dom, what are you going to go for?
Oh, well, I quite like the 80s. It's the sort of last decade I can remember properly, and quite like the music. So I can either go for something really obscure, and I'm going to... or go for safe. So I'm going to go safe. I'm going to say Paul Young.
Paul Young, says Dom. Paul Young. Let's see how many people said it. Is it right? It is right.
Is that good? That's good.
Yeah, it's good. You're getting very low.
7 for Paul Young.
Well played, Dom. Very good answer. Yeah, he's taking care of business, is he, Dom? I'll have Richard pretending to be happy with that. Give him a nice applause. Absolutely seething there. Just recalibrating his answer right now. Yeah, wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. That was number 1 for Paul Young in the 80s. The Marvin Gaye song.
And others, so surely?
Nope, there's only number 1 in the 80s, yeah.
Living the Love of the Common People didn't make it number 1.
Nope.
Whoa, wow. What were we doing not buying that?
Well, we were buying lots of other pseudo artists on this list.
Hey, I've got it. I've got one.
Have you got one?
Yes.
OK.
In fact, I probably got the one Richard Herring's going to say.
I've got nothing.
Rhona, welcome to Pointless. Do you still do stand-up, Rhona?
A little bit. I'm doing some more next year. I've been writing a thing for TV at the moment, so I'm going to do some more stand-up next year, yeah. But I like to also do some other things. I like to write and I like to direct, so I don't know what to say because I'm worrying about the 80s.
OK, now worry about the 80s. You can do that now. Worry about the 80s.
I'm worrying
But you
about
remember the 80s clearly, Rhona.
I do, yeah. It was like, yeah, it was good. It was a good decade for music. Not as good as the 70s, but, you know, I've got some fond 80s musical memories.
OK, well, 7 is our lowest score.
Well, I feel like I want to go for something a little obscure and something a bit safer that I'm worried isn't safe because it might be a bit more popular. So I'm going to say T'Pau.
Oh.
Solo artist.
She's a solo artist.
Now. That's a band.
It's a band.
It's a band.
Well, no, it's fine. We'll find out. We'll find out if it's right. Let's find out if it's right. Who knows?
No. We'll do another one.
I'm really sorry, Rhona. I have to accept your first answer.
I thought T'Pau was good.
We'll be all right.
Oh, I thought T'Pau were brilliant.
Great.
No, I thought it was a good answer.
Yeah. Well, let's find out if it's good. Is it right?
No,
How many
it's
of our
not.
100
No,
people
it's
said
not.
T'Pau? Oh, no. I'm
I
sorry,
know. Listen,
Rhona.
Richard, I had, you know, I'm very musical. I had about 20 up my sleeve, and I just thought,
Could you
Thought
mention
this
2
was-
of them?
thought this was good.
I'm really sorry, Rhona. T'Pau's an incorrect answer scores you 100 points. But you're in good company. There may be
that's-
more joining you there.
You'll soon be in really good
That's-
I am sorry, Rhona. Yeah, T'Pau, not a yes. Although within the group there are a number of individuals,
I thought
so
she was
that's
a...
good.
Oh, I just want to go home now.
You'll be fine. You know what? We're going to see
No.
We're going to see so many
This is
100
my
points.
strongest area.
That's okay. Well, I tell you what. When we get to the very end, we'll have a little special game and you can come up with some other
Thanks.
ones.
I'm an only child. I'd like that.
And at least you've made Dom Joly so happy. I can't tell you how happy he is.
I am quite strict on the rules, I'll be honest.
Thanks very much indeed. Tim, welcome to Pointers. Lovely to have you here.
Lovely to be here. Zonda.
People mainly know you, of course, from... I'm sorry, I haven't a clue, but a lot of people, I'm sure, will remember you from The Goodies.
Used to be, yes.
The greatest highlight of your life, of course, was appearing in a sitcom called TLC.
With some
Do
of
you
the
remember
best
that?
actors I've ever worked with.
Yes.
Wait a minute, you were one of them.
Actually, I was.
You
You're
were.
absolutely right. I was.
And it was actually, I thought, very good, but sadly the public didn't.
Yeah. So, Tim, what are you going to say?
Well, I think, I'm not certain about this, I think I'm going to stand and deliver and say adamant.
Adam Ant.
I don't know if
Adam
that's
Ant,
okay.
says Tim. That's a great answer, surely. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Adam Ant. It's absolutely right, Tim. Very well done indeed. 7. Look at that! A superb answer, Tim. 7 it scores.
Well played, Tim. Yeah, after Adam and the Ants split up, he went solo, had a #1 single with Goody Two Shoes. At one point in 1981, they had 7 singles in the top 40 at the same time, Adam and the Ants.
Too many. That's too many at once.
Do you think?
Isn't it?
Oh, they were great, though, weren't
First album I bought, Kings of the Wild
they?
Frontier.
Oh, I loved
Yeah.
Adam and the Ants. Sorry,
not
sorry,
a
Dom.
band?
Sorry, Dom Joly has got an
It's the
objection.
only thing I'm going to say in this whole show, but were they not a band?
What, Adam and the Ants?
Yeah.
Adam and the Ants were a band, yeah.
Yeah.
Adamant.
Oh, he said Adamant.
Yeah, and Adam Ant had a solo #1 with Goody Two Shoes.
Did he?
Yeah, well, that's what we were just saying while you were chatting.
I completely drifted off. I drifted off.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Only 2 scores between the 4 teams, 7 and 100. 7 is where we find Tim and John and Dom and Robert, and 100 is where we find Rhona and Richard and Ray and Don. So, yes, it's between Richard and Don to see who stays. Very best of luck to the pair of you. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, John, it is your moment.
When I was contacted by this show,
Yeah.
they said, are there any things you really don't want to answer questions about? And I said, yes, pop music. So here it is.
Yeah.
And my friend here has just sabotaged our game plan, which was to score 200 points and go home early. And I have to feed my cat. Now my cat will starve.
OK. Well, now, John, well, listen, before that, I think I'm going to be upset if I call you a senior statesman of satire. Is that all right? Are you happy with that?
The surviving, I think.
The senior statesman of satire. You have worked with everyone from Peter Cook right up to Rory Bremner. You have been right across the whole satire boom. You were there.
It boomed, yes, yes.
And here you still are on 7. The high scorers on 100, John. You can score 92 or less and still go through. What are you going to go for, John?
I'm going to say Paul Simon.
Paul Simon. That gets a nod from Richard.
Might not have
Qualified nod from
It
Richard.
might not be the right era.
Let's find out if Paul Simon's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Paul Simon. There's your red line, John. Oh, I'm afraid it's an incorrect answer. I thought that was a great answer.
Yeah.
We will discover why not in a second. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 107.
It was certainly a convincing answer, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. No, his biggest hit in the 80s was You Can Call Me Al, which got to #4.
No.
Yep.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, here's a bit where I do give a sort of little potted history of your career. I tell you what you've done.
OK.
Fist of Fun. Lee and Herring is probably the thing that I know you best.
Yeah. Lee and Herring, I got two points on an edition of Pointless for